Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the Georgia Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. Just a couple of announcements before we get started. I want to draw your attention to the Q&A button. That's the question and answer feature on your screen where you can type your questions to our presenters at any time during the presentations. Don't be shy. If you are wondering about anything, ask your questions. The college representatives are here to answer your questions. They are excited to answer your questions. You can address your questions to a specific university, or if you have a general question about applying to college, really anything related to college admission is fair game. So do ask your questions. Your camera and your microphone are turned off, so the panelists won't be able to see or hear you. So the Q&A function is really the best way you have to interact with us. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening as part of the Georgia Virtual College Fair series. So be sure to sign up to see some other universities present. You can sign up for those additional sessions at the same place where you registered for this one. Also at that same website. Come back in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's full recording as well as recordings of the other sessions. So maybe you're missing another university who's presenting right now to be here with us. You can view their recorded session later online. With that, I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter, who is Cynthia from Albany State University.
Thank you. I am Cynthia Mensa, one of the admission recruiters here at the unsinkable Albany State University. And today I'll be just giving you all an overview about Albany State, our COVID-19 updates, and our admission requirements. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please drop it in the chat. I have a colleague that's also on, so he will be addressing all of your questions, comments, and concerns. So let's get started. Albany State University was founded back in 1903 by Dr. Joseph W. Holly. We currently offer 13 certificates, 14 associates and career associate degrees, 29 bachelors, 11 masters, 1 specialist. Our mascot is a mighty golden ram, and our school colors are royal blue and old gold. For our students, we have over 60 plus program options that they can choose from, and our student to teacher ratio is 17:1. All that means is in a classroom setting, there'll be 17 students to 1 professor. So why Albany State University? Well, we are one of the top ranked HBCUs. As of right now, we are actually the largest public HBCU in the state of Georgia, and we're the 10th largest HBCU in the nation. Another fun fact is we actually have 2 separate campuses in one city. They are about a 10 to 12 minutes away from each other. So we have Albany State East Campus and Albany State West Campus. Once our students get accepted and come to our school, we have set up different avenues for them to be successful, such as our academic advising and success coaching and career services. Because we have 2 campuses, students can either choose to live on the East Campus or the West Campus. And because of that, we have our Ram Rush transportation bus that takes students from one campus to the next. We also have other eateries on our campus, such as the Ram Hideaway, Pizza Hut, Chalaka, or our Chick-fil-A. We also offer to our students the study abroad program, which gives students the opportunity to leave out of the United States, go to a different country, and of course, take classes. This is a chance for students to learn a different language, culture, and way of life. So I highly encourage that students, of course, utilize our study abroad programs once they get to Albany State University. We offer so many different majors at Albany State, so we have divided them into 3 major colleges. For the College of Professional Studies, we have accounting, criminal justice, marketing, science education, Army RTC, and a host of other majors. And then for our Darden College of Health Profession, we have dental hygiene, diagnostic medical sonography, emergency medical services, nursing, and a host of other great majors also. Last but not least, we have the College of Arts and Science, and under that, we have biology, chemistry, forensic science, visual and performing arts. Under that department, we have arts, music, theater, and dance, and of course, a host of other majors also. ASU sponsors 11 men and women's sports. For the men's sport, we have baseball, basketball, football, and track and field. For the women's sport, we have basketball, cross country, soccer, softball, tennis, track and field, and volleyball. We are a Division II institution. We're also part of the SIAC. So the part we all been waiting for, as of right now for the month of November, our application is actually free. So to apply, go to asurams.edu or go straight through Georgia Futures. Students must submit all required documents such as your official SAT and or ACT test score, and your high school counselor must submit your high school transcript. Albany State offers two different pathways to be successful. So we have our bachelor's degree program and our associate degree pathway. For the bachelor's degree program, students must have at least a 2.0 GPA, and for the SAT, a 480 evidence-based reading and writing, 440 math. For the ACT, the 17 English and 17 math. For students who do not reach our test score requirements, they can actually still apply if they have that 2.0 GPA. After having 30 transferable credit hours, students can then be moved into a bachelor's degree program. Due to COVID-19, our admission requirements have been updated. For incoming students for the class of 2021, the SAT and ACT test scores are waived. So for their bachelor's degree program, you must have at least a 2.5 GPA or higher. And for their associate degree, you must have at least a 2.0 through a 2.49. Also, due to COVID-19, we're currently not hosting any individual or group tours. However, you can actually visit asurams.edu/campus tour for a virtual campus tour. An important date that I want students to keep in mind is June 1st of 2021. That is our application deadline for admissions, financial aid, and housing. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns that don't get addressed today, or if you're too nervous to ask, most definitely email us at admissions@asurams.edu or give us a call at 229-500-4358. We're also on social media, so you can actually DM us on Instagram at ASU Admissions, Facebook at ASU Recruitment, and Twitter at ASU Recruitment and Admissions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. Next, we have Sydney from Birmingham-Southern College.
There we go. I had to unmute myself. Hi, everyone. My name is Sydney Sullen, and I'm an admissions counselor at Birmingham-Southern College. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about BSC. So we like to tackle one of the biggest questions first: why Birmingham-Southern? What makes Birmingham-Southern so special? We have to think it's our community, our mission, and our curriculum. Birmingham-Southern was founded in 1856, and we're honored to be one of 40 schools that changed lives. We have 1,300 students on campus. They come from 31 different states and 18 countries. So we like to think that we have a big, diverse community here at Birmingham-Southern. And that goes on into our curriculum. And so our curriculum is a little bit different than other schools, what you might find at other universities where you have to have a list of classes. At BSC, you're going to have different skill sets like the ones listed here. So this is a part of our curriculum. So we want our students to be able to effectively problem solve. We want them to effectively communicate. We want to know if they can connect one idea to other ideas. And so that's a little bit different, and I can go in more detail if you guys have questions about that. But with that curriculum, what majors do we have? So we have 50 defined majors, minors, and distinctions. The most popular are the ones that are highlighted here. So business, education, pre-health, pre-law, and psychology. I'd like to note that if you don't see a major here that you're interested in, don't worry. Since we're such a small school, we actually have the ability to contract or individualize your major. And so that's definitely a possibility at Birmingham-Southern. And let's talk about who's going to be teaching you with these majors and minors that we have. So we have an average class size of 16 and a student to faculty ratio of 12:1. So this just means your professor is going to know you by name. They might know you well enough to see if you're missing class, but they are here to help you throughout your process during college. And then a little bit about our curriculum. We're on a 4-1-4 schedule. So what that means is students take 4 classes in the fall, 1 in January, and then 4 in the spring. Now, the one in January is called exploration term or e-term. During that time, students focus on one experience for the whole month. Our students do fun things like go off to Uganda and teach. They might serve the homeless in San Francisco. For students that choose to stay on campus, there's fun things like a Southern cooking class, or they can produce a play in just 3 weeks. Really fun experiences for our students. And again, they're only taking 1 class during this time in January, and then their spring semester starts off in February. All students are required to do 2 e-terms, but students may choose to do 1 every year if they choose to do so. E-term is a great time for students to study abroad if they don't want to commit to a year-long or semester-long trip. But we definitely do have those opportunities available for students that would choose to go off for a year, semester, and study abroad. A little bit about our campus. So we are a really big residential campus. About 80% of our students stay on campus all 4 years. As a freshman, you will stay in a community style dorm, and you'll share a room with one other person, and then you'll have that community style bathroom. And then after that, then you're an upperclassman, and I like to call it the suite life. So you can stay in a suite. If you go to BSC admission on Instagram, you're going to be able to see a housing highlight, and you can see the dorm rooms there. And then even though we're a small school, we have tons and tons of student organizations. Our most popular are our Student Programming Board and our SGA. They put on fun events for our students on campus and off of campus. For off-campus events, sometimes they'll give students free tickets to go see a movie, or free tickets to go see the Birmingham Barons, which is a minor league baseball team that we have in Birmingham. But they also have fun events on campus like concerts, casino night, bingo night. So our students definitely get engaged at Birmingham-Southern. And then a little bit about student athletics. So we have about 22 athletic teams. We are part of NCAA Division III. We have swimming, diving, lacrosse, football, basketball, you name it, we probably have it. All of our athletes practice and compete right here on our campus. So it's really easy to cheer on your teammates. And the person that's on the football team is probably going to be sitting next to your class. And our athletes do really well in the classroom and on the field. They have an average GPA of about a 3.0. And then Birmingham. So fun fact, if you look at the very bottom, that bottom left corner, you're going to see a bell tower, and that is our campus. And then the back is Birmingham. So when we say Birmingham is our backyard, we truly mean it. Birmingham is the home of art museums, parks, festivals, concert venues. The Jonas Brothers were here last year. So really fun things for our students to get off and explore. We believe that Birmingham is an expansion of our campus, and we want them to go get involved in that. There's about 1.14 million people in Birmingham metro area. So definitely it's a big city located in Alabama, but you're at a small institution. There's 3 ways to apply to Birmingham-Southern, either through the BSC online app, through the Common app, or the Coalition app. If you're applying online, it's always free. So I like to tell seniors, if you're a senior, go ahead and apply. It's free. And then how to apply. So we have 2 application pathways. Students can either apply standard or test optional. If you're applying test optional, we just need a high school transcript and essay. If you're applying standard, we need a high school transcript and your ACT or SAT test scores, and you're still eligible for scholarship. So whether you apply test optional or if you apply standard, still eligible for up to $11,000 in scholarship money. And that is all I have for you guys today. If you have Instagram, I would love for you guys to give us a follow. You can see it right there at the bottom. We are at BSC Admission. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Sydney. Our next presenter is Gail from Purdue University.
All right. Hello, everybody. I am Gail Palizzi. I'm the regional rep from Purdue University that lives in Atlanta. Purdue is a Tier 1 Big Ten research land grant university of 33,000 undergrads, but really it's a big school with a small school feel and an environment of hands-on learning. Average class size is 31, and there's a 13-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. One of the interesting things about Purdue is it's known as the cradle of astronauts. So a third of all space travel is involved a Purdue alum. So if you've heard of Neil Armstrong, he is a Purdue alum. We're located 1 hour northwest of Indianapolis, 2 hours southeast of Chicago. Purdue is about an 8 to 9 hour drive to campus from Atlanta, or an hour flight to Indianapolis, and you can catch any of the shuttles that run back and forth from the airport to the campus. Purdue has one of the safest college towns in the US called West Lafayette, Indiana. It's a population of 90,000 people outside of students. The area is hilly, it's very residential, very quaint and beautiful, lots of green spaces, parks, restaurants, coffee shops, bookstores. The campus itself is easy to walk corner to corner in 20 minutes. You can ride bikes on it, which is nice. But when it's cold, you can also use our underground tunnels. Otherwise, you can take shuttles around campus, but it's very easy to get around Purdue. And Purdue's very diverse. We have 33,000 undergrad with our graduate population and PhDs. We have 44,000 roughly. So the average class size again is about 31 or 13 students to a professor. A lot of diversity, all 50 states, 125 countries represented, and 5 cultural centers. Purdue has 11 colleges within, all have excellent majors within. 200 majors fit within these 11 colleges. Top programs are engineering, computer science, cybersecurity, technology, science, design programs, business, aviation, aerospace programs, hospitality and tourism management, English and mass communications, pharmacy, nursing, and a vet school. We're big on research. There are 2,000 research opportunities available for freshmen. We do world impacting research, so all types of research that you can do. We highly encourage you to do that, as well as get involved with the Honors College if you're interested in that. You'll dig into topics of interest while at Purdue, do projects and research in a beautiful residential dorm setting. We have a discovery park on campus with 8 buildings for research, including an entrepreneurial center where you can incubate your business, get funding from our foundry, and launch it for free from our business park. And we're one of the top schools in the nation for students to get patents and create startups, and one of the top 5 most innovative schools in the nation. We have an equally strong liberal arts program with the Cornerstone Liberal Arts Studies that you can do if you're a STEM major. It's awesome. We believe in having the best of both. English is a highly ranked major, and if you've ever heard of OWL, an online writing lab, it's on Purdue's campus. And then with 200 majors, you have the ability to double major, minor, minor. We have a lot of different types of degree plus programs that you can do at Purdue, and one of the best career centers in the nation. So one of the top 3 in the nation. You can borrow clothes from the career closet on campus. We have internships and jobs. We're one of the best internship and co-oping schools in the nation. 34 corporate career fairs, the largest student-run career fair in the nation. Lots to do on campus, very active campus with 1,000 clubs and organizations, Big 10 sports, an All-American marching band, all areas of ROTC, 50 intramural and 30 club sports, Greek life with 90 sororities and fraternities, 400 study abroad programs in 60 countries. Fun traditions like Grand Prix, fountain runs, the open bucket game. 95% of our students live on campus in 17 residence halls. I should say freshmen do, but we can house up to 14,000 students. So you really could live all 4 years on campus if you wanted to. And we have 90 plus learning communities as well to get involved in. Dining, you'll eat at Purdue. The food is fantastic. 5 dining courts, all sorts of, restaurants within the buildings, as well as coffee shops. Beautiful, beautiful facilities, state of the art as well. We've been the same cost of attendance 9 years in a row, so it makes us one of the highest value schools in the nation for your money. Our president's kept this cost down so that you won't carry a lot of debt. And it's been awesome because we also have degree in 3 programs. We're on the Common App. We'll ask 2 Purdue questions. We have a self-reported grades and test scores, but we're test flexible this year. An essay involved, and we look at what your major is, how well you've done in classes, trends and grades, strength of curriculum. All these things are important. The counselor or teacher rec. And again, when you apply to Purdue, 11 academic colleges that host the 200 majors, choose 2 majors, if you will, and you'll know by, generally if you apply early action, now this date's extended for you all. So if you want to apply by Monday, you will have the early action, be considered early action for merit-based scholarships, honors college. If you're computer science, flight, or nursing, we'll consider you for that. January 15th, you'll hear from us. Regular decision deadline date. May 1st is the deadline date to accept admissions offer and all that stuff. So here's my contact information, and you can join the mailing list if you like. Virtual events, I'd love for you to participate in that as well. So if you get this information, feel free to reach out to me. That's it for me.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is Jennifer from the University of Missouri.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And I am happy to be here to chat with everyone tonight. Again, my name is Jennifer Shaughnessy. I am the Georgia-based representative for the University of Missouri, also known as Mizzou. University of Missouri. So we are a campus of about 30,000 students, about 23,000 undergraduate students, and then we do have that graduate and PhD student population on campus. We are one of 6 public schools in the country to have a veterinary school, a law school, and a med school on campus. So proud to have that student population on campus, but then we do still have that 23,000 undergrad population as well. Students coming not just from all over Missouri, but from every state in the country and over 120 countries outside of the US as well. We are proud to be both a land grant and AAU institution, essentially meaning that we are the primary school for the state of Missouri, and the focus is on affordable price for our students. And AAU means that we are one of 64 schools in the world to have the distinction of offering the top level of research for our students as well. So to help you out, just to make sure you know about our location, in Missouri, Columbia is located right in between the cities of Kansas City and St. Louis. So you see right where that paw is on that map, that is Columbia. And then an hour and a half in either direction will get you to either St. Louis or Kansas City. Columbia itself is has a population of about 117,000 people. We are fortunate to consistently be noted as one of the top communities in the country, and then specifically one of the top college towns in the country too. So downtown Columbia is right next to our campus, right across the street from the north end of our campus. So students have easy access to the downtown with all of the shops and restaurants and art scene as well, which we love. Our campus itself, we offer over 300 different degree programs for our students, so a lot to choose from as far as majors. Some of our most popular programs will be journalism. We are the first and consistently top ranked program in journalism in the world, and then also top ranked and very popular programs in business and engineering and health professions as well. We do have our own hospitals and clinics right on campus. Over 600 student organizations and 20 Division I sports as well. Hands-on learning, great opportunities for our students. One of the most popular examples of that would be that bottom right picture with KOMU TV. We are the only college campus to have our own NBC affiliate studios as part of our campus. So when you think hands-on learning, that's definitely a great example of that. As far as the application goes, traditionally students will submit with their application, first of all, either common application, or we do have our own application at Mizzou as well. And you would send us your official transcripts. And then if you are applying with test scores, we will need those officially from ACT or College Board. This year, we do offer test optional for our students. So the primary difference there is in lieu of your test scores, we will need to receive a resume and also a personal statement. We do have automatic scholarships for our students. So when you apply to Mizzou, you're automatically considered for a lot of scholarships. We do also have competitive scholarship programs, and students do have to apply for those by December 1st of the senior year. Separate application also for our honors program too. One of the things that we are also very well known for is our residency program. In the state of Missouri, for residency, we have 5 relatively simple steps to take before you can start paying in-state tuition rates as an out-of-state student. You would live in Missouri for 12 consecutive months, earn $2,000, get your driver's license, register to vote, and then parents or guardians would not claim you on taxes for 1 year. Once you fulfill these requirements, you are then able to pay in-state tuition the rest of your time at Mizzou, which drops your price as an out-of-state student by about $17,000 a year. So great benefit for our out-of-state students. As I mentioned, we do have Division I athletics. We are proud to be part of the SEC conference. So whether you are a sports fan or not, that's definitely a great environment. Another fun fact that kind of goes hand in hand with athletics is that we are home to the original homecoming celebration. And so homecoming is a very big tradition for us. But certainly with all of the athletic events, our students have access to those, and really great, reasonable student packages to attend all of those events as well. We are open for on-campus visits right now. They're a little bit more limited, understandably right now, but we do have some opportunities for on-campus visits. And then of course, a lot of opportunities for virtual. For any students, whether it be virtual or in person, please don't hesitate to reach out if you would like to connect with me. I'm also happy to connect you with current students, with faculty, learn about different departments. So any questions that you have, please don't hesitate to reach out. So thank you guys so much for learning a little bit more about Mizzou, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Next is Courtney from the University of North Alabama.
Hi, everyone. My name is Courtney Shields. I am the admissions counselor at the University of North Alabama for your area. University of North Alabama is located in Florence, Alabama. So we are in the top left corner of Alabama. We were actually established in 1830, which means we are actually the oldest public four-year university in the state of Alabama. We have a little over 8,000 students enrolled at UNA, and our average class size is going to be about 24. So pretty small class sizes there. We have over 130 plus student organizations, lots of things for you to get involved in, and we really push that hard at UNA. We want you to be involved and make sure your experience that much better. And then also a lot of ways to study abroad. Most of our majors will go on a study abroad trip, and there's a lot of scholarships and fundraisers that go with going on that trip. Applying to UNA. So this year we are now test optional for admission purposes. So you will complete your undergraduate application at una.edu/apply. You will make a My UNA account, and it will walk you through that when you get to that page. We are waiving our application fee until December. So you can go on and you don't have to pay the $35 application fee right now if you're going to apply. But once you have applied through your My UNA account, you will submit your official high school transcript. We can receive those through electronic areas. So if your school sends them through parchment or anything like that, your counselor can email them directly to us, or they can be mailed in a sealed envelope from your high school. But once you send in your official high school transcript, if you have a 2.25 GPA or higher, you will be admitted into the university. We are not accepting, or we don't need ACT or SAT for you to be admitted, but we do need it for scholarship purposes. So we are now accepting the ACT Super Score. So you can send your ACT Super Score from ACT when you also send us a composite if that's higher. And then if you're taking any dual enrollment while you've been in high school, you will also have to send that transcript from whichever college you took it from. We don't need it for you to be admitted, but you will need it later on when registering for classes. Scholarships. So you can see here, these are going to be automatic. Once you have applied to the university and you meet these SAT or ACT requirements and GPA requirements, you will automatically receive these scholarships. So there's not another application other than the one that you do to apply to the university. The deadline for these is February 1, which just means you have to have your application stuff in by February date. We also waive out-of-state tuition if you receive $250 or more from a university-funded scholarship. So you can actually see with a 20 on your ACT or a 1030 SAT and a 3.0, you can actually receive in-state tuition with just those two scores. Some other scholarship opportunities we have, you can find those at this link here, and some of these have some different opportunities to apply for and some different things that you may need, where the other ones I just talked about were automatic. So we'll need to check that out and see what other things are needed for some of these different scholarships. But there's a lot of opportunities with UNA through that link. We have 4 separate colleges at the University of North Alabama. We have the Anderson College of Nursing and Health Professions. We have the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Business, and the College of Education and Human Sciences. We have a lot of different majors and concentrations within each of those. Our top 2 majors at UNA are going to be nursing and education. That's what we're most known for. We actually also just finished building our brand new nursing building. It has a whole floor that's like a simulated hospital, so a lot of hands-on opportunities there. We also have a lot of other cool things that you may not be able to find in other places. So we do offer marine biology at UNA. We also offer a 4-year culinary degree as well that you can get. And we also have entertainment industry that has a producing side and a business side to it as well. Lots of things to get involved in at UNA. We are sports. All of our sports are in the ASUN conference, except our football team. They are now in the Big South. So lots of things to come and watch and enjoy sport-wise. We also have a lot of things to get involved in. So we do have Greek life. We have 4 separate sororities and 7 different fraternities. It's a great way to get involved on campus. They do a lot within our campus and community, but it's not the only way to get involved. We have a lot of other cool things as well that you can check out. We also have a marching band, and we have an Army ROTC on UNA's campus. We are doing in-person tours. You can go to una.edu/visit, and you can set up a tour with us. We do those Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. We are social distancing and wearing masks for those, but you can get a full tour of the university as well as of our residence halls. And you can also have the opportunity to sit down with a certain major. So if you're interested in majoring something, you can meet with that specific department. We also will have an admissions counselor meet with you afterwards to sit down and talk about cost and different things that you may have questions about during your tour or after. We also have some Saturday tour options that you can find at that link as well. Sometimes it's hard to get here during the week, and it's easier for some Saturday tours. So there are some dates available for that. Those are going to be a little bit larger group tours than you would if you came for just a specific one through Monday through Friday. And then we also have some virtual visit options. If you can't get to campus, we can set up with your parents. And then if you have any questions at all, this is a great link to go to at una.edu/2025. You can find up-to-date information on scholarships, the application, and just more things that you may want to know in this year. And then also my contact information if you have any questions after this.
Thanks so much, Courtney. And our last presenter is from the University of North Carolina, Pembroke. We have Sarah. Sarah, I think you're still muted.
I'm sorry, I do that all the time. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Brooks, and I'm a missions counselor here at the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. So let's go ahead and get started. So give me one second. So the University of North Carolina at Pembroke was established in 1887 as an American Indian college. The university has a very strong cultural tie to the American Indians here in Pembroke, which is the Lumbee people, and they are the biggest tribe east of the Mississippi River. Our enrollment here at UNC Pembroke is about 8,000 students. 6,000 is considered undergrad, and what that means is that when you come here to UNC Pembroke, you're going to be very close to your peers and your professors. You're going to get to know your professors on a first name basis, and they're going to get to know you with an 18-to-1 student faculty ratio and an average class size of about 20 students. We have 41 undergraduate programs, and here at UNCP, we are the most diverse institution in the UNC school system, which means that whenever you meet your peers here on campus, you're going to meet people from all different types of walks in life, and that's pretty awesome. Because you're going to meet, different nationalities, different ethnic groups, and we also have a huge population of international students as well. So this is a list of all of our 41 undergraduate programs. Our top majors that a lot of students like, usually whenever they come to UNC Pembroke, they major in business, biology pre-med, nursing, education, and criminal justice. Just to let you guys know, we do have some pre-professional programs and some bridge programs with pre-engineering, pre-law, pre-health, like medical field, pharmacy, physical therapy, and occupational therapy with other universities too. And we offer those pre-professional tracks as well. Just to let you guys know, also, we are building a brand new business building, and it will be completed by fall 2021. So whenever you guys come into UNC Pembroke, you guys will actually get to see that building. We do have an honors college here at UNC Pembroke. You have to have a 3.5 GPA to be invited into the honors college. It's a great opportunity because it is a living learning community, which means that you'll live with all of the honor students in Oak Hall, which is one of our most centralized dorms on campus. And you'll have, extracurricular events and activities, as well as scholarships. You'll have to take at least 18 hours of honors coursework and complete an honors senior research project, but it's a great opportunity. So one thing that I definitely want to mention to you guys is that if you choose to come to UNC Pembroke, please get involved. We have 14 varsity athletic teams that you can get involved in, and we also have 100+ clubs and organizations. Some of our top clubs and organizations that a lot of students love is Greek Life, SGA, and what we call PAC. And that our PAC council, they pretty much create the events that we have on campus. We also have study abroad opportunities, living learning communities, and service learning. So we have a lot of opportunities for you to get out in the community and really get involved. UNC Pembroke is also an NC Promise school, which means that for students who are considered in-state, you have to pay a $500 semester for your tuition, and then $2,500 a semester for out-of-state students. This is a huge deal because other universities in the UNC school system, you'll have to pay much more. And even for students who are considered out-of-state, this is still a good price for you to pay all 4 years. And this is sorry, you guys. And this is the track to our pathway to UNC Pembroke. So you would actually start by creating your Bridge to Braves portal, create that account by going to uncp.edu/apply. Make sure that you turn in all of your admissions requirements. I do want to mention that we are not requiring that SAT or ACT score for this admissions process, so you don't have to turn that in to us. If you've taken any AP classes, any college credit classes, or any early college classes, we will need those official transcripts in your high school official transcript. Make sure that you're studying hard and getting those grades. We start looking at a GPA with a 2.7 or higher. And make sure that you'll have to complete an ncresidency.org. That just lets us know if you're considered in-state or an out-of-state student. We'll ask you to pick two majors on your application, and then you will actually start classes. You'll really get involved with those on-campus departments and organizations. You'll get the experience. Our UNCP, here at UNC Pembroke, we have an awesome career center, and they make sure that every student gets involved as soon as their second semester of their freshman year. So you can, get those internship hours, get job shadowing opportunities as soon as your freshman year. That's a huge deal. And then you'll graduate and hopefully go off to start your dream career. And that is the end of the presentation. So if you guys have any questions, just please let me know.
Thank you so much, Sarah. So we have just a few minutes left to take your questions. If you have any questions for any of our university presenters, you can type those now into the Q&A box, and we'll be sure to answer them before the end of the session. And while we're waiting for any of your questions, if I could have all of the representatives turn their cameras back on, and maybe we could go around and just have each of you share your favorite thing about your university, whether it's a campus tradition, a unique program, or just something special that makes you a little bit different from some similar places. Let's start with Cynthia from Albany State.
Okay, so one thing that I would say I absolutely love about Albany State University is the environment, the atmosphere. I remember when I was back in undergrad, I needed help with an assignment or whatever the case may be. But that time I was in Atlanta, and as for the people who know where Albany is located, it's 3 hours away. And I was working 2 jobs, and I reached out to my professor and explained to her that, hey, I'm currently working 2 jobs, and I don't know how I'll get to Albany for your office hours. Is there a way that you can meet me halfway? She emailed me back and said, hey, download Uvu and let me know what time you're available because you do have 2 jobs and I'll meet you halfway. It's just the fact that she, you know, outside of her office hours, she still met me where I was at. And I love that about Albany State. The professors do want you to succeed. They do go far and beyond to make sure that you're good. So that's one thing I can honestly say that I absolutely love about my institution, the fact that they care as much as I care.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Now, Sydney from Birmingham-Southern College.
Hi, I think my favorite part about Birmingham-Southern is the community that we have at BSC. So when we tell prospective students there's a community here, we really believe, really mean it, and we believe it and we live by it. The faculty, the staff, everyone's here to make sure that students succeed and to make sure that our students feel wanted and cared for. And I think being away from home, you want to feel loved and cared for. And so we make it our mission to do that at Birmingham-Southern.
Thank you, Sydney. Gail from Purdue.
I would say Purdue is a school of opportunities. There's so many opportunities that they offer, and it's hard to imagine how many things you can get involved with, from the research, the wonderful research opportunities on campus, the hands-on learning, the ability to be an entrepreneur if you want and get your business funded if you come up with an idea. Companies always on campus. There's a lot of synergy on campus, and I love that because students really can get, starting their freshman year, a lot of experience by the time they graduate. So that's what I really love about Purdue.
Thanks, Gail. And now Jennifer from Mizzou.
I will go with one of my favorite fun traditions, because in my background, you can see some of those columns that are in the middle of our main quad. One of my favorite traditions is something called Tiger Walk. So for all of our first year students, they run through on the campus through the columns towards the campus, and it represents their welcoming to campus. And then they celebrate by eating Tiger Stripes ice cream that's made right on campus. And then right before they graduate their senior year, the students line up on the other side, quad side, and run through the columns the other way, representing their entrance back into the community. So I would say Tiger Walk is definitely one of my favorite traditions.
Thanks. Courtney from the University of North Alabama.
I think my favorite thing about UNA is we actually have a live mascot. His name is Leo III. He lives in the heart of campus and I can see him at all times. But one really cool thing about our lion is none of the money that students pay into tuition or fees goes to our lion. It is strictly just donations that they feed him with and all the things that came with his habitat. So I think that's cool that everybody just loves our lion so much that they give so much to him.
Thanks, Courtney. And then the last word is Sarah from the University of North Carolina, Pembroke. And you're muted still.
Okay, so I think that here at University of North Carolina at Pembroke, you really have that home feel, regardless, you know, with your peers and with your professors, you really get to know them and they really accept everyone here. So we definitely have that home feel and we make everyone feel welcomed. And, you know, whenever you come to UNC Pembroke, this will be your home for the next 4 years.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you for joining us this evening. When you close the window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We really appreciate the feedback you can provide there. Also, as I mentioned before, this is just one of many sessions being hosted, so you can sign up for more. There's one more session still tonight. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as recordings of all of the other university presentations on the website, on the same place where you registered for this. So thanks again for joining us for 45 minutes this evening. And thank you so much to our presenters from each of the universities. We really appreciate the information you shared with us tonight. So thanks everybody. Have a great evening.